listening to the Dank Swamp Rebellion.
Don't sass me, Burkus. Let's get started.
Fucking Phil.
You stand out every day, sweetheart.
Do you disappoint women like you disappoint me?
Pretty much.
With his wiener.
Fuck.
Instead, though.
You know why? Because I talked to a chick that's been with Phil, and she said it's really big, but the problem is it's shaped like a U-turn. So right at the midpoint, it's like 12 inches, but at 6 inches, it hooks back and looks back at him.
It's a roundabout.
So he just shoves the middle part into their ass and makes them take it.
The broad
It
end.
actually comes in handy if you want to fuck around corners, to be honest with you.
All right, Clinton. That's what Monica said. So his shit bent off to the left by 90 degrees.
God, could you imagine?
What an angle.
Yeah.
I got a slight angle in mine.
Whenever they
but it
did
ain't
the
a fucking
lineup of all the penises, you know, because they only showed the penis and she had to pick it out of a lineup.
Yeah.
She's like, wait, make him turn sideways. Oh, that's him. Immediately, she knew it was him. Because it was pointing back at
Get
her.
that wart on his dickhead.
Yeah.
That kind of angle would be really good for a GoPro.
Yeah. It'll give you that good bubble effect.
Don't get the clamp mount, though. That'd be bad.
No.
You want the pole mount.
So
Yeah.
what would we call that? I'm like, we got the chesty for the chest piece. We got, you know,
the
we got
pole mount.
well, like no, not for like you bend turn. So we got to come up with something for GoPro.
The U-bend turn pro.
Okay, there we go. Done.
The U-bend.
Dildo drone.
Dildo drone.
It looks like a fidget spinner.
I saw a video like that once where the drone had the dildo drop from it and they were like fucking the girl with it.
That's
She was
actually
freaking out.
that's actually the video I'm going to look up.
She was freaking out, bro, because
I
like,
bet you I can find it on
you know,
this particular
a
website.
drone puts off a lot
lot of wind.
A lot of wind. And it's very loud.
A lot of wind.
And to be completely honest, if the propeller hits you, it's a very strong plastic.
You're fucked. That's
It's gonna cut
that's
you.
gonna hurt.
And so, dude, that is a DJI Phantom Pro 4.
Sure is.
Holy shit.
Okay, this is like the crane game, but instead of with
She's
like a
scared.
little claw, it's with a giant dick.
Like, if he fucks that up, dude, she's dead.
Look at this. Look at the little like topper on the table. Look how much is wafting around and all the wind.
Why are they doing it in a windy place in the first place?
That's the drone, my dude.
oh my god.
She is not turned on by this.
Dude, I am. This is great. Let it play. Let it play.
This guy.
No, turn it off.
Do not.
Oh my god.
Success.
First of all, you know who's flying that drone? SpaceX.
Damn right. Autonomously.
Yeah.
Good job, Elon.
That's why it's so perfect. They took out the human error.
Dude, send that to me. I'm going to send that to my uncle. He always sends
You're
me.
going to send that to your dad.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to my dad, too.
You're gonna watch it on a loop.
Him and his dad's going to watch it together.
So really
That's why they
like
do it in
that.
Atlanta.
That's more than a hole in one.
What happens if you have to shit in space?
It floats.
Does it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would.
So what you got to do?
So
you just pick it out the air like
No.
with a doggy bag and put it over your
The
hand?
vacuums and bags.
yeah, I've actually kind of looked into that.
Yeah?
Imagine a system that helps you kind of suction your butt to a seat, so that you're
It sucks
shitting
the poo
into
out of your ass?
Yes.
kind of, because you need to sit flat against the surface so it can cause a vacuum with like there's
So
a
basically you have to create a
device in
seal.
there.
So like Jackie Kennedy could not have shit on the space station. She was too thick.
Too
Thick jacking.
You think they're like, they make you line up there. Let me see your ass. Oh, no ass? Yep.
Sorry.
Get on. You can shit okay up there.
Like brushing their teeth is weird. Like showering up there is fucking super weird. There's no running water, right? Everything's in a vacuum. So they have little bags of water that they squirt into the air.
I bet Bukkake's weird too.
Oh, I bet. I'll fucking bet. Like, I bet you jacking off in zero G like that feels super fucking wild.
Man.
But once you get to the success of what you're trying to do, then what do? You gotta like grab it out of the air
And
before it
just think
sticks to something.
No,
Yeah.
you won't be able to because like a rocket, it's going to like push you the opposite direction of what you're projecting forward.
You slam into the wall from
You're
your
going to
nut.
slam into the wall backwards and your shit just go flying forwards and all over the fucking place. There ain't no catching nothing when you're going backwards.
The lube is coming off of your hands and like little small speckles
slow
of
motion.
water and like
Yeah. So you would have a cup in one hand, and then when you go to jizz, you swipe at it
And you let it float right
Before
over
it
the
gets-
tip of your dick.
before it gets out of hand.
We could talk about the asshole winking, but we can't really demonstrate how to make your asshole wink or anything.
When do we ever say anything racist? Like I joke on racism because I think it's the most ludicrous, dumb thing that a person can be.
Right, and that's fine. That's actually fine. You can do it as like a satire kind of thing. But but if it's like
I do think some stereotypes
in an
actually,
angry
I think
manner.
most stereotypes exist. I think most stereotypes are true, and that's of everybody.
That's what makes it so funny. I
Like
think.
whenever that Asian guy was on TikTok and his eyes were real slanty, he goes, "Hey, look, I'm a white man," and he opened his eyes real big and goes, "I'm gonna use my credit card. Do you have anything gluten free?" That's legit shit, dude.
It's funny, right? It works.
Those type of white people
It's
suck.
true.
I feel you.
It's true.
I don't like them either.
I use my credit card.
Yeah, I got a credit card. Go figure. I'm white.
I had
Right.
I had a gluten-free thing at some point in my life.
I have a credit card account, but I just put my
Hey,
phone
watch how
on the
many
device.
people are gonna comment saying, "Are you insinuating that black people don't have credit cards?" No, actually, you probably have more.
They
credit
have
cards
more
than
than we do, yeah. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Are you insinuating that I'm in debt? Yeah, that's exactly
Damn
what that
right.
joke was. You
Because
got
I
it.
fucking am too. So I know good and goddamn well you are.
Look how smart you are, bro.
In other news, there is no news. Rioting is still going on, which is imposed by Black Lives Matter, Antifa, ISIS. You might as well group them all in as terrorists. That's all it is, a
Yeah,
bunch of
at the end
fucking
of the day.
terrorists. And COVID has seemed to take a back seat and almost become non-existent.
It is waiting.
Peaceful protests are one thing, but you got to understand what your rights in a peaceful protest is. And your right to peaceful protest does not mean that you can break the law by blocking traffic or throwing stuff at people or breaking windows. And when you start siding in with these Antifa exciters, that's when you become just as much a criminal as they are. And why would you do something like that in a world where we have a camera every 10 feet?
Man, you know what? If I was connected to the fucking internet,
You know, we need to think like
I'd be all right now.
Okay, here's the new prayer, the new family prayer for mealtime after 2020. Dear Lord, baby Elon Musk, whose son's name I can't pronounce. Thank you for this 5G network, but I still can't connect to it.
I see it amongst all of us, but I don't have the Lord's password. And
Dear Lord Elon Musk, whose child's name I cannot pronounce because it's an A asterisk wingding 2 A12.
can you
And
please?
somehow it means ash.
Can you besmirch us?
Can you besmirch us with your smitus, O Lord and Savior Elon Musk?
I would like the password.
I would like the password to the Wi-Fi password. Please don't kill us with your anal beads in orbit.
PlayStation 5. Sony Interactive Entertainment. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
So what do y'all think about this thing? So it's
It looks like an Alienware knockoff. They could have done better with the overall design. No, like if you look at the Xbox that Microsoft announced, it's essentially a mini ITX computer case, a small computer case with computer-rated hardware for it. And I'm like, bitch, build that yourself, put Steam on it, buy the games you want for a lesser price, and be done with it. Plug in a controller if you want. It'll be fine.
I love that it says play has no limits except for what this thing is limited to.
So here's the thing I do appreciate. Here's the thing I do appreciate about the Xbox. Two reasons why I'm going to buy the Xbox over the PlayStation. One, backwards compatibility. You're going to have access to the entire backlog going back to the original Xbox, which is awesome. Two, true wireless charging. I'm not talking about placing your phone on top of like a maxi pad and calling it wireless charging. The charger itself is inside the unit, and if your controllers are within that radius of your console, it's going to charge through the airwaves. No need to place it on a pad, on any type of surface. If you're in range, it's going to charge your controller.
Yeah, but Phil, what about Sackboy: A Big Adventure in 3D? That's only on PS4.
So how heavy is the sack? Is it 600 pounds like that poor little fucker we tried to cover?
62.
62 pounds.
Yep.
That's a lot of nut.
At this point, that would make Gerald going to hell for sure. Because one, he's gay, and two, he's black.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude.
Just for existing.
He's going to hell immediately because he's a fucking Yankee, Philip.
Yeah.
Phil goes to hell immediately
Hey, you
because
see this?
he's
L's for
from
love.
north of the Mason-Dixon. So all of you fuckers up there and West Coast is automatically going to hell. And then Tyler and I are both going to hell because we're assholes. And we're coon asses from South Louisiana, from Lafourche Parish. And that pretty much tells you right there that
That's like a one-way ticket. Like, not first class, kind of like... It's kind of like window seat in the back of the plane where you can't see shit out the window because there is no window right near the engine and in the shitter. So it's
Yeah.
like noisy and smelly at the same time.
Yeah, but when can you claim, like, a mulligan?
Like, you can't.
Like, I didn't know no better. My bad.
My
Right.
these airline points don't carry over. It's either you use them or lose them. Okay, there's no other way around
I
it.
didn't know any better. I didn't know that, being black and gay was gonna send me to hell. If not, I would have fixed it.
Right.
I would have not did that.
There's
Right.
like one of those really culty religions that I heard of recently, like that really believe that black people have like created this lifetime awe, and they don't get into heaven because of that. Like
Yeah,
something
it's
they
the
did to
Catholics.
make
We
our
just talked
like
about 'em.
skin dark, like something we did in history made our skin dark, and it was unforgivable.
Oh,
so
like
like
how
we're all
they
like
cursed.
doomed. Yeah, like so we're all cursed and we're like
Oh
all
my
doomed.
God.
Like
the
we
crazy thing
stupidest
is
shit
that if
I've
you
ever
really
heard.
if you really want to fucking think about it, right? So like Jesus, right, the Son of God, was born where?
in the Middle
In
East.
Africa.
Yes.
In the middle of Africa. They have some of the darkest motherfuckers you ever seen in the world. What makes you think Jesus didn't have a fucking tan, bruh? Like Arabs, Afghanis, all these African tribes, all the Middle East, they're all dark people. Like, how can you say that Jesus was this honky ass ginger running around with freckles and pale skin and blue eyes? Like, I just can't believe that shit. I'm like, he didn't come from a part of the country. And then all these white people were like, oh no, our Jesus is white, and you got to pay for him to be white, and that's the whole pun intended is that you got to pay for your Jesus, right?
But like the Mormons.
I remember sitting in
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly where. That's how it all started.
bruh,
That's how it all started with a tax. Let's tax them and tell them it's in the name of the Lord.
Well, they started out with the Catholic Church, which
It's
is
okay for you to suffer and be hungry because your faith and belief is supposed to get you through. Not works, not putting one step in front of the other, but your faith is supposed to get you through. Thanks a lot, Mark Tremonti.
is like Martin Luther pinned on the church's wall his 99 thesis of his problem that he has with the Catholic Church. Wow, mind you, being a Catholic priest before he created the Lutheran religion, which took all the good parts of Catholicism and adapted them to more of a quote-unquote modern times during the medieval time period as a whole. And apparently the Catholic Church, as of today, just got the fucking memo. It was like, oh shit, he's right. We're losing money. We gotta adapt.
Well, I mean, think about times when they were doing crusades, right?
Yeah. It's a
They-
giant land grab at the end of the day.
They tell you in church that basically out of the entire Bible, what are you supposed to live by, right? The 10 Commandments. One of those is thou shalt not kill. When did it become, and it all started in the time, back way before Jesus' time, okay? We're talking about in the BC times before Christ, where it has always been, no matter what religion they believed in, they always had the unless. It's not okay to kill unless we're doing it in the name of our God, which forces you to believe the way we do. So how has it always been that violence is the key to understanding religion?
It's the hypocrisy of power, money, and overall corruption. That goes with any mythological-based sect religion. Like, if you look at world mythology as a whole, whether it be Sumerian, Egyptian, Christianity, Catholic, Hindu, Buddhism, any type of religion, any type of mythology, they all have three things in common. They all have a creation myth, they all have a flood myth, and they all have an end of the world myth.
Yeah.
That DNA is cohesive across all the world's religions, period. Now, those are the negative aspects of religion. Let's talk about the positive. I love the sense of community.
Yeah.
Like whenever there's like a flooding here, we as a people come together and help each other out. And that's like one of the positive things about that.
It's not really religion, though.
Well,
That's just community.
yeah, it has you do have that sense of community with it, but you also have a sense of charity as well too, and also have like a moral compass.
But in the South, there's a lot of division between religions. I grew
Correct.
up in a couple different religions growing up. I'm a confirmed Catholic, and then my parents got tired of Catholicism, so they wound up going to an Assembly of God church, which was a whole nother type of cult, because the Assembly of God churches, they believe that every other religion, and that's my thing, is how can you preach the love and unity of God but hate on people?
It sounds like a Southern Baptist division.
So
almost.
if you're not Assembly of God, then you're not going to heaven. If you're not Jehovah's Witness, you're not going to heaven. If you're not Catholic, you're not going to heaven. They're all divided. Even the non-denominational units in this area in the South are the same way. They're very prejudiced against other religions. So that's my thing, is if you're going to teach the peace and love and unity of God, how can you shun another religion that's right up the street from you?
Yeah, it's just pure hypocrisy bullshit. This
Should be the doors of your church are open to anyone who wants to seek a safe haven from the secular tendencies of the world, right?
Exactly, and this is why I'm a Jedi.
That's not what religion's for, though.
And what's it for?
To make money. Well, the big problem, too, is that most people are sheeple,
Yeah.
and they
Oh,
want to
unfortunately.
just follow.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So I can't say anyone at this table can't think for themselves. You know, everyone at this table knows how to do that. But there's an aspect in your life that you follow people for, and it's to better yourself.
Right.
Not for a gain, not to help them, to help you. If you follow something and you believe in something, you're not really trying to contribute to make that thing better. You're trying to make yourself better, right?
Right.
Selfishly. Not in a community is just a completely different aspect to religion that I'm not talking about. I'm just talking about the ideology part. So if there's a belief system or a way of thinking that really attracts to you, call it your own and do what you got to do to make that right. You know, like if you could sleep better at night, by all means. But I guess where's the line in the sand where if I'm a person that my religion is to murder people, where's the line in the sand on that?
Right.
You know,
Where's the line to sign up?
where
ISIS. That's easy. They have a Facebook page and everything. Thank you for listening to Dank Swamp Rebellion. Check us out on dsrtalks.com.